Hello and welcome to this week's Profit Maximizer Moment. This show is dedicated to helping business owners dramatically improve their bottom line with our weekly profit maximizing tips that you can use now. I'm your host and coach, Wayne Belisle, the Profit Maximizer. I'm also the founder of a local CPA firm that works with our business owners to help them make more money, keep more of what they keep more of it from the IRS, and simplify their life. I do that with our profit coaching programs, profit maximizing coaching programs, and with our tax planning system, which has saved my clients over $6.8 million in the last 5 years, all legally. Like I say all the time, I love my clients, but not enough to share a jail cell with them. In today's video, you'll learn the smart way to grow a highly successful business while keeping your sanity. But first, support for today's show comes from Profit Maximizer Publishing. Let me get this over here out of my face and where I can see it. I tell you what, I do a bad job with this every week. I'll just put it over my face. Who cares? There. I practice and it doesn't do me any good. All right. Anyways, you can buy this. This support for today's show is Profit Maximizer Publisher, which published my book, The 90-Day Profit Reset. That's what we're showing you right here. Hopefully, I covered up my screen, so I don't know if I'm showing it to you. There we go. There you go. Bad thing. I'm sorry, that's live for you. And I always have trouble with this because what the heck? I'm an accountant. What can I say? Anyways, look, I wrote this book specifically for business owners, and what we're trying to do is have them gain their independence from reduced cash flow, shrinking margins, and evaporating customer base. In this book, you'll find chapter after chapter, idea after idea about how to turn around your business, reset your profits from red to black in 90 days or fewer. Even entrepreneurs who are making money should buy it, all right? Because it'll make more money. Look, I designed this book to be something that every business owner would use once a year to make sure that they're not messing up their profits. I mean, that they're not missing something, that they can increase their profits. And, shoot, I put it on Kindle version for like $3.99, $49, don't even know. And this one here is set up for the paperback version is $19.95. I couldn't remember what we put it at. And one of the appendixes by itself is well worth it. Been spending some time covering this over the last few videos. I'm going to go into a ton of the stuff that I had to leave out of the book starting next week, and quite a bit more. I'll come back to there's a lot of stuff in this book that I'll come back to more than once. But today I want to talk about what's the smartest way to build a highly successful business. Well, I've seen a ton of business owners that were doing fine, and once they had a rapid growth, they ran into trouble. I've experienced it myself in the last 18 months with PPP and tax work and everything else. We just weren't set up to handle the extra work, so everything has slowed down. I don't like where we're at. Finally found a CPA to help us, thank God. Might really need, and it's kind of forced me to look at the way I'm working with my clients, because I'm doing the things that are in here. I'm reviewing what's in here, and I'm saying, maybe I need to change some things. All right. But that's what happens with rapid growth. I mean, there's two times businesses go broke. It's when they first start and once they get going and they have a rapid expansion, in which case they just don't have the personnel, they don't have the financing in place, they may not have good records, they're not getting management. When you first start a business, you know everything. I knew all my clients, I knew everything that was going on. Now it's like I can't keep it all in my head, and it's impossible for anybody to keep it all in their head. So I was watching an interview with a CEO of a company listed in Entrepreneur Magazine, and I'll be honest, I look back and I need to do some research at some point to figure out who it was. I just can't remember off the top of my head. They asked, he was one of the fastest growing companies, and he was asked what his planning process was, and he really kind of surprised people, because he said his goal every month, they plan to have a simple 2% per month growth in profits. All right, think about that. I mean, this led to a very slow, controlled growth that him and his management team could support. And like I said, my own experience shows that this is what you run into all the time by too fast growth. Lack of staffing, infrastructure, systems to hold the customer service lacks. All right, you get fewer referrals, the quality decreases, leading to a lack of repeat customers. It's really simple. So it's difficult, if not impossible, to continue to have massively increased sales. Right? Making the 2% more sales calls, increasing your cash conversion rate by 2% more, increase advertising by 2% more to get more customers in, increasing order size by 2% more, cutting your cost by 2% more, making 10 more calls to get 2% more customers. That's something we can do. I mean, you get the idea. What you're basically doing is you're sitting down and you're trying to figure out how, now's a good time, the tail end of August, so that you're planning for September. It's like, how do you get a 2% growth? Now, why? Because small changes are much easier to make than large ones, and more importantly, can be sustained over time. It doesn't do any good to put a change in place, have a big jump in sales, but you can't sustain it, okay? And really, here's the good news, okay? As compounding, compounding of these small increases results in a much larger profit increase than you would think. I mean, because people do simple math in their head. Over the next 2 years, that's 12 months times 2 is 24. 24 times 2% a month is 48%. Well, no, that's simple math, not compounding. In truth, compounding means that I'm 2% on what I did last month, what I did. So what it basically comes out to is that after 2 years, I've had a staggering 161% increase in profits by just increasing consistently 2% profits per month. I'm a CPA, trust me, I did the math, okay? That 2% increase in sales and profits will enable your company to double in size every 2 to 3 years. It's really that simple. Stop and ask yourself right now, what can I do to get 2% higher profits this month? All right. Now, a good tool to use is go back and watch the video I did last week where I talked about the perfect monthly profit maximizing tool. And now go back, and it's in the appendix of the books too. So, and you can, there's a link to where you can print it if you get the book. And use that 2%, but that monthly profit planning tool. But now what you're going to do is you're going to look at it from, how do I get a 2% growth? That's your trick. So that's your homework. Get that planning guide from last week. If you watch the video, you could probably create your own or get the book and you can print it. That by itself is there. Plan how to get a 2% profit growth, not sales growth. Remember, sales does not necessarily translate into profit. We've covered that more than once, okay? And then plan that and put it in your schedule every month to use that perfect profit planning tool to get the 2% growth. And watch your profits soar. Let it gather momentum and you adapt. And then, boom, before you know it, you've doubled in size. Hey, thanks so much for listening. I'll see you next week with another profit maximizing moment. And let's keep working towards making this year our most profitable year ever. Thank you very much.